Hello guys, welcome back. So Loki knows how to make things better. I'm sorry if I look. I've been having allergy attacks. Um, as we have done this process, I noticed something, and maybe you guys have noticed it too. You ever really do a project and then something kind of related to the project you did happens? Like you clean your house, and then for some reason, after you're done cleaning your house, 4 or 5 items just go blip, and you're throwing them out, and they're things you really liked, and you're like bawling your eyes out, and you're like, if only I had cleaned my house, I'd still have that item. Well, I had these boots from the 90s, and I had a strong emotional attachment. I got them when we were going up as a family to see Phantom of the Opera up in Toronto back in the 1990s. I'm trying to think. I don't think we made it in the 80s. I think we made it in the 90s, and I don't think it started running there until 90. I'm not sure. I'm old. Anyhow, I got cheers and laughter back here. I tried looking all this up. I already forgot. I'm old. So anyhow, more cheers. Um, I can't place these boots any more specifically than the 90s. Probably like let's say 95. So they're over a quarter of a century old at this point. They're a couple decades old. And, at the time I got them, my father was one of those people always hated, spending money. Absolutely. But, we got up to Toronto and we're from Pennsylvania. We went up, I think, in October that year. We weren't ready for all the snow up there, so I did not have proper footing for, shoes, for that kind of weather. So we did have to go to a mall because they had malls at this time. The malls existed. So we go to the mall and I get these boots, and of course I get them on sale because we're not spending a penny more than we should. And they were these Ugg boots. No, they were Bass boots. They were Bass boots. They were Bass boots. I just threw them away and I'm already forgetting what they were. They were Bass boots and they were white snow boots and I love them. And believe me, I have tried everything to repair them over the year. I've tried repair kits, everything. They're done. They're done. They're over a quarter century old. They're done. So, I knew this year when I stepped out, my feet were getting soaking wet and I was like, yeah, they did a lot of heavy duty this last winter, so it was time to let them go. And since I'd done all that cleaning stuff and she talks about letting stuff go with gratitude, I was like, I really want to have a ceremony for these. But for the life of me, I can't imagine sending them to Japan to a specific, if there's even a specific boot temple, and say, could you please, dispose of them properly and say the prayers and everything. I thought, well, we'll make up our own ceremony. So we lit a candle and I lit incense and I said thank you. And I said thank you to a lot of other things too. And I'm letting them go as gracefully as possible. And I'm like, I feel so bad. We need shrines in America where you can take your truly beloved items to, and they can kind of sit there in the shrine, and then you can write like a little thing about you don't understand. I love these boots, or I love this TV or something. And they were such good boots, I never really wanted their replacement, but I had ended up, I didn't realize I had bought their replacement. I had bought their replacement, so we have their replacement. And I tested their replacement out in the snow, and they worked. I'm kind of sad. But, that's a thing. We have things in our life that we get attached to. So Loki helped me do the ceremony, and then I decided I want to play something cheerful. I don't want to play something sad. And I'm not going to appropriate, from Japan any more than I already am. So I'm going to play something American. So I played On the Road again. I'm like, yeah, that's a good positive send-off song. And, I'm playing it, and as I'm playing it, I'm like attending to chores. After I had like the moment of silence, I go and I'm attending to chores, and it stopped playing. The Willie Nelson version stopped playing, and then I didn't know, and this had to be Loki's doing. The player kept playing, and it was a Jimmy Fallon version about staying home and playing Fortnite. So I was like, it's definitely Loki trying to cheer me up. Loki understands. Loki's associated with footgear. Hermes understands pretty well. Odin doesn't get that sentimental attachment to things, I don't think. Other than Gungnir, I don't think he gives two damns about much of anything. So, I think he understands the concept of good boots, but he and Tyr totally do not get this, where Hermes and Loki are with me like, yeah. I understand. I had these Ed shoes. I'm like, you're God. Your shoes literally last forever. Yeah, but still, I understand. So, so the three of us are sad about a pair of boots, and the rest are looking at us like, "The hell's wrong with you? They're boots. God damn it! They lasted over a quarter of a century. What do you stand for? You guys are boots, and I love them, and I had them up in Toronto, and and so poor gods will have to put up with me. But we had fun yesterday. We had fun. So that was the heavy part. We had fun. We went to the park. We went to Pierhead Arcade 2 and we went to Pierhead Arcade 1. So we spent time in both of those arcades. I grinded through Pierhead Arcade 2 to get to Neon Bowling. I still suck at bowling. It's confirmed. And we went to the Goofy New Park, and we went to played a couple other games too, and we started playing through that batch of games that I got on, Valentine's Day. Well, Valentine's Lunar New Year, that Goofy batch attached to that Goofy Park. So, we've been having fun with that. And we had a lot of fun yesterday. We ordered pizza. We ordered pizza. Oh my God, I hope they keep the new delivery guy. He's like not a German Shepherd, not a Cocker Spaniel. He's like a golden retriever in the flesh. So happy. I thought for a minute, I did thought it was Hermes because he's so happy and he's so full of energy. And he's chattering away about the weather and how wonderful it is and don't you love the snow? And the guy that runs the place is like, death incarnate. What do you want? And this guy's like, oh, I love the snow. Gotta love this Pennsylvania weather. It's so awesome. And the thing was, I told the guy, I said, my driveway is a skating rink. I have disabilities. I can't get out there. Just pull in front and honk, and I will come out and I will get the pizza. Poor kid must have misunderstood him. He comes charging up my driveway. He's fine because he's young, okay? He's not at the age where if he fell, it would be pretty bad for him. He's running up these steps and everything else, and I'm like, oh, bless him. And he brings a pizza and he brings the sodas, and I must have got my order wrong because I got an extra soda, or the guy tipped it in or something. I just never say anything, and the guy that does it never says anything, but sometimes I get like extra toppings on my pizza or whatever, and I've never gotten a call back, and they've never said anything the next time I called in because I thought if they ever say anything, I'll tell them. But, I think the guy throws in random bonuses. So, that happened. So we enjoyed that. And, I realized last night at like 2 a.m. in the morning, I'm in bed. I'm like, Hermes finally made up for those 2 bottles of Coke that disappeared. And he finally, that pizza that one time that had extra toppings on it, he made up there too. And he never said anything. He never said, here's your replacement. But, he's trying to get settled in, which is hard because he ping pongs off the walls just like Loki does. So I don't know if we're going to have more fun day today or what, but, I'm definitely, and now I'm like, my allergies are going off even more from the stuff. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. So, I was already having severe allergy attacks today, and the genius I am, a little incensed, but it felt like the right thing to do. I was really, really attached to those boots. I mean, I had them for, over a quarter of a century, and I just assumed I'd have them my whole life because you only wear them one season a year, but they have gone above and beyond. They've gone many miles. They've gone through standing over the decades, standing, fun stuff like Toronto, but also standing at bus stops and trudging through the snow and walking over snow and ice to get places in the winter. They've done decades of service. I can retire them. And I didn't want to retire them because I was looking stuff up on like boots, and it seems like boots today, even like good boots or what used to be good boots like Timberland and that, people are getting them and they're like exploding in 8 months, like the soles and everything are going. So I really, really, really miss those boots. I have a pair of boots on now. I got 2 pairs at the same time from China. And I forget what we got rid of the other pair. I should have kept them. They were gold, and these are purple. I love these, and I have two pairs of, I call them the sky boots. They're one pair's bright blue, one pair's red. I like boots. I like boots. Boots and sneakers. That's it. That's all I need in my wardrobe. So, I know that one was kind of weird, but it feels like it was kind of like an end cap. Odin still is kind of like he's trying to have sympathy. He is because he knows it was important to me, but he's still. You can see the mystified look on his face, like the hell. They were boots. You used them. They wore out. Why are you sad? And Tyr's trying to like look at it. I think from the idea that they did their duty. He understands because they were so honorable and did their duty. Oh, I think Thor understands. Thor's a god of farmers, so Thor understands. I get the idea that many of my ancestors, and I come from farming and mining stock, were bawling over stuff that broke down because it lasted, and like their grandfather had it, and then their father, and then it broke for them. And I think he understands. He understands when something you love goes. It's kind of a farming thing. It is. Come to think of it, I get that from my farming ancestry where if you read stuff about farming, reminiscing, and everything, that's a farmer trait. Crying over the old bucket that finally let go, crying over the tractor, crying over the scythe, crying over the old barn or the old fence. Yeah, it's kind of a sentimental thing. Some farmers, some wouldn't give two hot dams, but there are a lot of sentimental folk in the country. You get attached to this stuff. You see it every day, it becomes part of your life. So yeah, you get really attached to it. I don't know if miners do that as much, but it's definitely from the farming stock in the family. So that's where I get it from, I think. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.